Drop dubs, hit routes, so yeah, we on the move. From the paint to the pocket, got nothing to prove. Precision in the pass, rhythm in the run. Every play, every day, till the work is done. Yeah. Step on the field, I'm reading the D. Eyes wide open, ain't fooling me. Pump fake, sidestep. I'm breaking the press from baseline to sideline. I'm bringing my best. Snap back, quick glance. I'm calling the play. Hoop dreams and touchdowns. I'm making my way. No look behind the back. Fred in the scene. Every angle, every shout. I'm chasing a dream. Drop times, hit routes in the deep, no doubt. From the field to the hardwood, hear the crowd shout. Pass it, dish it, through traffic. We find.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate you for tuning in to Passion and Precision. We are back with another episode for you. We have a lot to get into. We're going to talk about the NBA Finals, which I guess probably hasn't lived up to people's expectations or might be surprised by the results of some of these games, but we'll get into all of that. We have some NFL news to talk about with a couple of trades, new contracts, lack of contracts for a couple of players that we'll get into. And then we have running back ratings this week. Plus, got a little update on the Clippers scandal, if you've been keeping up with that. And then we have to end the show, obviously, with Final Burn. So you have to see who makes our burn list this week. Before we get into all that, Jory, as she has it, she's the list queen. How are you doing?
It's been a week.
Okay.
It has been a week.
All right.
But I'm ready to talk the sports.
Okay.
And I have some comments about the current finals.
Right. I mean, it's funny in certain aspects where, everybody was saying that the Western Conference Finals was the real finals and the East wouldn't have a chance. And now we're sitting here possibly, days away from the New York Knicks actually winning it all. What's up, Sijin? Paraguay better call the office. I watched that before we came on. The U.S. is starting off pretty well. And then I believe, I do have it over my shoulder here, but I believe during the intro, the U.S. did score another goal. Balogun, who was a guy that I'm looking at to possibly have a good tournament for the U.S. So they are up 2-0 on Paraguay. That's good to see. But happy to have you in, Sajay. Sajay, good Lord. Sijin, what's up? So looking at the finals.
Gibberish to me because I don't do grass ping pong.
Jory, I'm gonna get you to watch one day. You will appreciate the sport that is soccer. I would say if you don't watch soccer, World Cup is the best place to start because you usually get the biggest names and you can kind of understand the skill level of some of the top players in the world. Sajin says Viva Mexico. They won yesterday. Good start for them. But looking at the finals, the Knicks are up 3-1. I feel like there's a whole bunch of analytics that could go into what's happened to San Antonio and all that. Let's start with Game 4. I've heard everything from Chris Webber saying it was probably the most arrogant coaching job that he's seen. Talking about Mitch Johnson. Well, he kind of said the Spurs in general acted arrogant in that game. I've seen some other people say Mitch Johnson is a terrible coach because of the way he handled Game 4. Some people are wondering how come Wemby's not having more of an impact offensively in the lane. We also saw De'Aaron Fox kind of melt down, which, Mitch Johnson has said he's sticking with De'Aaron Fox. What do you make of it all? 29-point comeback by the Knicks. And I guess in that, do you think the Spurs have any chance pulling off the incredible 3-1, uh, like a series comeback?
I want them to
Okay.
at the same time because Knicks fans are already acting up.
Yes.
And it's not all of them.
Right.
Those ones that are attacking people and fighting people and throwing shit at people and doing all this other stuff
Hmm.
and just being unnecessary. Don't be upset when you get aggravated assault charges because you know they coming.
Hmm.
Don't get upset because all of that is completely unnecessary and uncalled for, and it's the main reason why um it's the main reason why people don't like y'all.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if we were going to think about a fan base in the league that was going to act out in this kind of way, the Knicks fans would probably be at the top of that list.
Hmm.
It's been 50 plus years. A lot of these fans are just, they've got a lot of energy built up in them. You know, most Knicks fans, at least from my kind of interactions with New Yorkers, are also Yankees fans. Yankees haven't won since '09. So, and I mean, a good amount of them are Jets fans, which, sorry for that, but they've just been ready to celebrate something. And now this Knicks team, after the hype of the past couple of years, once they got Jalen Brunson, it seems like they're finally going to do it. Which, good for them. I guess premature congratulations and everything like that. But yes, the actions of finding people in Spurs jerseys and then like trying to beat them up, like that's way too far.
Y'all are not goons.
Right.
Quit acting like, quit doing thuggish behavior.
Yeah.
And I'm
But it's
sorry, I
like,
don't like using terms like that, but
mhm,
that's what that is.
mhm, yeah. It was just like it's one thing if Spurs fans were like going around and antagonizing you, but it's like they literally just walk past a couple of Knicks fans and then they have to like look over their shoulder to make sure they're not chasing them. Then they usually chase them, and they're just, it's like, come on now. But I guess let's go to actually on the court.
Wait a minute, because
Oh,
these
go
the
ahead.
same fans that egged Wimby. Y'all going to
Yeah,
hell. Actually, we gonna wait for that. I'm gonna say that for final burn.
right. Because well, now it's like they feel like they're gonna win it, so now they just want to embarrass, Spurs, and everybody's making fun of the Spurs for losing a 29-point lead. Which I also say to all the people talking about, too many threes and stuff. We kind of saw both sides of it. That stretch where Wemby took like 3 or 4 3-pointers in a row, I think people who hate that, the 3-point shot, look at that sequence and will go, that's what's wrong with the game. Fine. The 3-point shot is what allowed the Knicks to get back into that game as well. Josh Hart hit
Hmm.
a couple, OG and Anunoby hit a couple. So without the 3-point shot, you probably don't get that comeback. But taking it to the court, looking at these two teams, only because I know this conversation is going to happen when the Knicks win it. Looking at recent champions, would you say the Knicks are closer to maybe the weakest of them
Yes,
or one of the better teams to win a
the
title?
weakest.
Okay. I mean, 'cause I think most people look at the weakest as probably that Raptors team with Kawhi, maybe. To be honest, I think this Knicks team, I don't know, would this Knicks team beat that Raptors team?
Maybe, but they're close to it.
And look, that's not to take away from them winning it or anything. I
Yes,
just,
it is.
well, it's just that we know these conversations are going to happen because it is the Knicks.
I hope they
there'll be
blow a
some
lead, and then we
but
can
there'll
have
be
a real conversation.
yeah. It was like there would be conversations about Brunson and how good of a player he is world league wide. I guess Knicks fans have to respect Cat now that he's a champion because we can't
And
act
hop
like
off of Becky Hammond's top. She still said what she said, and she's not going to change it. If they win this finals, guess who the finals MVP is probably going to be? Cat.
they're going to give it to Brunson.
If
They
they do that,
absolutely are going to give it to Brunson.
I will not. I will look. The next time the Knicks go to the playoffs, I will not watch because that is going to be highway robbery. I've been getting on Cat's ass all year.
Yeah.
I have. I really have. And I am very proud of the way he's played,
Mm-hmm.
even though I hate the Knicks. He
Not
actually
familiar.
stepped up.
Wasn't familiar with the history between the Knicks and the Spurs, so yeah, the Knicks need to end that streak. Yes, the Knicks haven't won since '73, and the Knicks and the Spurs played in '99, which was a league shortened year. It was a weird year. The Knicks were actually the 8th seed in the East and made it to the finals, so you knew New York was rocking then. But the Spurs had a young guy named Tim Duncan with David Robinson, and that duo was just too much for the Knicks. So
Well,
they
David
do have
Robinson
that.
was the veteran that actually knew how to win. The
Mm-hmm.
Spurs right now, they don't have a veteran that knows how to win. De'Aaron Fox is good and everything, but look at where he came from.
What's up, Kerm? I'm a De'Aaron Fox fan too, and watching his play in Game 4 was infuriating.
Yeah, and you don't. He should have the mindset to know this is my former coach I'm going against. He knows my tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
He done
Yeah,
cussed my ass out in practice a couple of times that we know of.
yeah. I mean, it's sometimes it's a matchup thing. Maybe it's a
No,
mentality thing.
he's shot. His confidence is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's still not all the way healthy.
I think that's the thing. I think he's definitely still thinking about that ankle. He's not fully trusting in it. Now you did bring up Cat, and I kind of have to find these numbers. I probably should have looked up before. What are
Now,
Cat's
game three,
numbers in this
that was the
series?
one he didn't play well in. He got 3 fouls in one
Yeah.
quarter. His minutes were limited. And that's probably why the Spurs won that game.
Mm-hmm. So Seidman says he was a supporter of the Spurs because he liked Wemby. He wishes he was more aggressive. I mean, yeah,
Do you
there
really
are
want a
times,
French
yes.
man to get aggressive?
There are times where you kind of look at the Spurs getting bogged down. And you're just like, hey, Wemby, you're 7 foot a million. You don't even have to go in the low block. You can go around the free throw line, turn, and shoot over anybody. And he'll do it sometimes, but then, yes, sometimes I feel like he kind of takes it on himself when the Knicks go on runs. And it seems like he feels like he needs to knock down a three to kind of quiet everything.
He's
And look,
pressing
he's
too
still a
much.
young
And
player.
he's young.
Yeah.
And anybody who's questioning Mitch Johnson, I'm like, he's a young head coach. He has a very young team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will give them the benefit of the doubt. Because what in all is this going to be when they lose? A learning experience. And considering what we've learned about Wembanyama, he learns very quickly. He's a very high IQ individual.
Mm-hmm.
He's in depth with his emotions. He's very perceptive. He's very intelligent. He's going to take this as a learning experience. He already thinks they're going to come back from down 1-3.
Which, I mean, he needs to have
I
that
mean, but he
mentality.
has to say that.
Yeah.
He has to say that.
I mean, it's not crazy. They win game 5. You go back to New York for game 6. You showed in game 3 that you could win in New York. You showed in game 4, you were on the verge of blowing out New York. So if they win game 5, they could feel confident going to game 6.
If they play a complete game.
Well, yes, exactly. Yeah. So,
And Mitch has to learn. If somebody is cold and is being a liability, you cannot be hesitant to snatch their ass.
yes.
Because you don't know when is the next time you're going to make the finals.
Mm-hmm. And that especially goes for Fox. After Fox has struggled in this game, you can start him, but if he looks like he's favoring the leg or the decision making's not there, you got to go, I guess, Dylan Harper at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go with him, and then you just use Fox as like he's the bench guy. Bring him in to spell Harper, and then bring Harper right back in as soon as you can. Kern says, I don't like the body language of the Spurs. I mean, I'd actually look at the opposite. Like, whenever they're down, you see Wemby's like the first one to pick up his teammates and stuff, and that I do like. So, for a young team like this, it'd be easy for them to hang their head and like completely quit on game 5. I have a feeling they're not going to be that team. At least Wemby.
I don't like the Thunder's body language either when they're not getting calls.
Well, that's, yeah.
And that was a shot. Love you.
But I feel like, between Wemby, I think Castle's going to have the right mentality, and I think Dylan Harper will have the right mentality. I think if you have those 3, I think the others will definitely fall in line. You have Harrison Barnes on your bench as a veteran. Like, he should be able to help that.
I'm going for the Spurs because Stephon Castle, we graduated from the same high school. He came a year after me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
there's a little bias there.
Yeah.
Just a little.
I mean, he's played well. Let's see. Kern says, this isn't who the Thunder are. Haven't heard any complaining. Now, the Thunder, the whole Chet thing is going to be what everybody's going to be focusing on in the offseason. Like, what do they do with Chet? I mean, Kerm, you're in here. Would you move Chet in the offseason?
No.
I'm staying right at the side of the Spurs. Like, it's not crazy to think they can't pull this off. Like, the Knicks are up 3-1, but you're not going to sit here and look at them and go, they played 4 great games. They really haven't.
No, because they were about to get blown out in one of them, and then the other team just young.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't in game 1. The Spurs had a lead in the second half, and the Knicks had to do another comeback. So
they had to work for that one. If they win this, they had to work for it.
Yeah.
And the Spurs kind of just gave it to them.
But that's why when I asked earlier about how the Knicks would be remembered, would it be closer to like that Raptors championship that people say is one of the weaker teams, or I guess one of the stronger teams? Them being viewed as one of the weaker recent champions is not a knock on them necessarily. It's just that I think everybody will look at it and say the Spurs probably are the better team, but their inexperience just bit them in a couple of these games.
But they just played, and the thing is, they just played like the more experienced team last series. Minus
but that's
the
also
elbow.
a problem. They put so much into that series. I guess maybe they lost a little bit of an edge against the Knicks.
Minus the elbow. I still like the elbow. That's about to become my wallpaper. He need to do some type of similar version of that. That's not going to get him a foul.
Right. But you bring up a good point. In game 5, maybe that's what it takes. A hard foul by somebody to kind of change it. Obviously not looking to hurt anybody, but just something to kind of, light that fire a little bit more.
Get a text. Shoot.
We know the Knicks won't be afraid to do it. We know, like, the Knicks have plenty of guys who are willing to do it. Hart, Anunoby, Robinson, like, they're willing to do it. Spurs need somebody. I think Brown was the first to come back from being down 3-1. Yes. I mean,
Don't give that man no more credit.
Hey, LeBron will probably tell you that in his Hall of Fame speech.
I don't want to
Remember
hear it.
that, man? 3-1? Yeah, that was me.
I'm not
And
listening to that.
yes, Kerm, U.S. has just scored again, 3-0, which I thought they'd win 2-0. They're already up 3-0, and it's now halftime. But yeah. I mean, look, the scary part of it for the Spurs is if you miss this opportunity, it's easy to think you'll get back there, but you just never know. That's the unpredictability of sports. But hey, they
There
still made
are,
the finals
in
before.
reality, they are 2 or 3 seasons away from being in the predicament that the Thunder are, where they have to make choices about who they're going to pay.
Yep.
Because you can't pay everybody.
Yeah. And then by then, a guy like Dylan Harper may not want to be a bench guy. He may want to go somewhere where he could be a starter.
I'll take them. Come get Bronny.
Hey, 2 3 years down the line, Bronny could be. I don't know. I
Don't start.
honestly don't know what his ceiling is. Like, what is
Um,
Bronny at his peak? Like, I don't know.
LeBron's foot.
All right, so let's say, I mean, obviously, it wasn't a topic that we were going to talk about, but if Bronny became a facilitating point guard who was a
That can't
good
shoot.
on-ball defender, would you take that? Even if his shot never comes around.
No,
Okay.
because that's important.
Okay.
That is too important. If you are a point guard, you need to make your shots when we give them to you.
Okay. So you wouldn't take if he was a Timu Rondo.
Actually, now that you put it that way,
I'm not even saying he could reach that, but if that was his peak at the
if
end of his
that's his
career, it was
peak, I'll
like
take it.
yeah, he was like a lesser Rondo.
I'll take it.
Okay, so
Rondo's
hey,
underrated.
I mean, he
Don't
absolutely
let
is.
his attitude fool you.
I love the attitude.
I have no problem with it.
Rondo is one of my favorite Celtics players of that little era that he played for them.
KG gets on my nerve, and Paul Pierce is a nutcase.
Hey, Pierce is still my guy. He may say wild
Nutcase.
stuff. And look, KG, I wish he spent his whole career with the Celtics. I mean, he still loved in Boston. He was only there for a couple of years.
Yeah, because he helped them get a championship.
Yeah, but they just loved his energy. And the stories that opponents talk about with him, it's wild. Like they said, used to say those weirdest things, but
He
he played
carries
that.
himself like he says weird stuff to throw people off on purpose.
Mm-hmm. And people said the person he had the most like impact on was Perk. They said like he's the one who turned Perk into like some snarling guy, running down the middle of the floor. I don't remember who told that story, but yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, apparently
Now
Perk
let Perk
really.
tell that same story. I was the one who got Kevin Garnett to do this. I was the one who did this. I led the defense. No, the you didn't. Do you remember that we watched it? I
Hey,
remember watching that.
when he's sitting around with kids or grandkids, he can tell the stories however he wants to, because they're his
And,
stories.
and then they're gonna grow up, find out what the internet is, and then find out that Pop was lying.
Well, give him his few moments in the sun. Um, yeah, so I guess we'll see if the Knicks can close it out or not. You know, I guess either way, by next week's show, we'll probably be talking about a champion anyway. But let's shift to the NFL, where we had a couple of big trades that happened. One, we saw Myles Garrett trade out to the Rams for Jared Verse and some picks. Then we finally got the long rumored move of AJ Brown going from Philly to New England. Is it safe to say or I guess I'll just ask this as a question: which move do you think will have the most impact next season?
That damn Miles Garrett.
I feel like that's probably the consensus one. Now, do you think the Browns got enough for him?
He didn't want to be there. They got what they could get. Jared Verse is an equivalent of a first round pick. So they got two firsts, a third, and a fourth.
I think so, something like that. Yeah.
Eh, he's been there long enough. And they gave him what he wanted. He wanted a chance to win. They
Mm-hmm.
they did right by him. They don't do right by a lot of crap. They
Yeah.
don't do right at all.
Mm-hmm.
But they did right by Miles, and I will give them their predator
Yeah.
crusted flowers later.
Okay.
I told you they don't do nothing
Um,
right in my eye.
right. But I agree with you. I think for a guy who didn't want to be there, you get a young pass rusher that's coming off a good year. You
Who
could have
probably
done a
don't want
lot
to be
worse.
there.
Why is the media already talking about Super Bowl 61 when we are far from it? Because they need NFL. They need it badly.
Yeah, hurry up
And
with the season.
yeah, they're just looking
Let's
to
get to
talk about
training camp.
anything football wise. Yeah, we get training camps what, early July. Like right now is OTAs. You don't really get much from OTAs. Actually, you actually do. You get a lot of like the little fun videos from the teams, kind of showing uh, the players having a lot of fun and everything like that. But then, like once you get to July and you get to the training camp, that's when you really start thinking, all right, the NFL season's like right around the corner. So until then, they will figure out something to talk
And wait
about.
till the pads come on. That's when we really know it's coming.
Yeah. So that's why they're talking about the Super Bowl already. And plus, a lot of them are going to want to make those crazy early predictions. Obviously the Garrett to the Rams trade will swing a lot of people in favor of probably picking the Rams to win the Super Bowl next year. AJ to the New England, I think, has led people to maybe think the Patriots could repeat as AFC East champions at least. I don't know if I've seen anybody really go as far as them going back to the Super Bowl because we know the Super Bowl loser, it's difficult for them to make it back there the year after.
Because they get a hard ass schedule.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. So we'll see what the Patriots can do.
And I don't want to hear anything else about schedule.
Right. I think technically the Bengals have one of the easiest schedules this year.
And
So
what
the
did they do?
Bengals, but the Bengals have a good year. Burrow's and MVP talks. That I guess we're going to have to hear. Well, they play an easy schedule, so I guess Burrow
They played in
wins it.
AFC South. That's a dig at my own damn conference. But
But obviously, also with that doesn't take into account because that's off of last year, so it doesn't take into account the improvements in Tennessee.
I hope we kick their ass. I'm
AFC
tired of
South
playing
plays
Cincinnati.
better. Yeah.
I hope we beat the crap out of them. I'm tired of looking at them. I'm ready for week 4. That defensive line better be ready to wear purple.
Right. Yeah. But it is good that the NFL is coming back around.
Now, do I need people to stay out of trouble? My God, some of y'all can't stay out of trouble if you don't have football.
Mm-hmm.
My Lord. You got phone biting. You got the...
Yeah. Wasn't there just another one today?
Got arrested again for doing the exact same shit, but not biting a phone this time. If
Yeah.
you just got arrested for going over there, biting the girl's phone, and all this other stuff, why in the absolute hell would you go back knowing you have a restraining order against you? You crash dummy. And he's a talented player.
Mm-hmm.
He's a defensive end. He's an important player. He's very talented. I should be saving this for final bird, but nope. Because if you have enough gall to bite a phone,
Hmm.
like a phone,
So it's a bold choice.
huh? Did you break a tooth? How'd it taste? Like electric? Like electricity? Like battery acid? He
That
needs
was my
help.
first thought when I read that he bit into a phone. I was like, that had to hurt your teeth. Aren't those batteries also kind of bitter? So you probably got a little taste of that.
Call poison control. Go get some help.
At worst, a little chip of the phone probably went down your throat, and that couldn't have been pleasant either.
And it's gonna be hell to come out.
Hmm.
Like, go get some help. Josh
Yes.
Jacobs, I don't know the whole situation. He said he's trying to fight it.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing she put her hands on him too.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all scrapping and it is mutual, I don't feel bad for nobody.
Hmm.
If it's sucker punch, I'm abusing. That's where I get it. If y'all knocking the hell out of each other, either get away from it or you just gonna keep knocking the hell out of each other.
Hmm. Yeah.
If it's mutual, my empathy kind of wanes. Kind of.
Yeah.
Because you
No.
shouldn't be putting your hands on people, period.
True.
But
Yes. Not everything that's obvious people follow.
common sense ain't common. So,
Yes. We need all NFL players to stay out of trouble, period, with all the offseason drama. I'll be at home counting. Yeah. It's
and to the AJ trade, that
yep.
was one of the most drama filled trades. Look,
Hmm.
I was tired of it. I'm like, just announce the fucking
Yeah.
trade. Because the next time I see another picture of Rabel and Rossini,
Hmm.
I'm gonna nut up.
Yeah. But
What
the
is she the
problem
slinger?
But it's like the problem with the AJ Brown stuff was it was all these people coming out saying it's gonna happen, like it was gonna happen that day or that week or something. When we
We
all
knew it was
knew
gonna
June,
happen, and we knew it was gonna happen June 1st.
yeah, but nobody wanted to say that.
Like,
I don't know, but it happened,
it
and
happened, and I don't want to hear anything else about from AJ about being unhappy. I don't hear no cryptic tweets. I don't hear no bullshit.
from what
Period.
I've
Point
seen,
blank.
he's loving it. You know, he's smiling all the time. He's talking up Drake May. He's talking up Vrabel. Like we know
He
that
also know
honeymoon
Vrabel ain't
period.
gonna tolerate his crap.
Yes,
He
and
knows
he did that.
he can get away with certain stuff with.
Yeah.
He knows that.
Hmm.
Once Sirianni showed he was a pushover and he wasn't going to get in between none of this and he wasn't going to try to lead this team like that, it was a wrap. A wrap for that ego.
Yeah,
Don't
and
ask me, I know. Because Vrabel kept that ego under wraps in Tennessee for the most
mhm,
part. Did he have a moment or two? Yeah. But
mhm,
was it as bad as it was in Philly? Hell no.
right,
Did he tweet? Yes.
right. So look, we'll obviously see in that situation. I guess if he stays happy, do we start to see some of the things we saw in Philly, in New England? We'll see how it all plays out. You know, he's changed his number. He's now wearing number one.
And that's a shot too with his petty ass.
Oh, that's right. Jalen Hurts wore number one. I kept trying to think about why he went to number one, and I was like,
Because he's petty.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I
He's
completely
petty as
forgot.
hell.
Yeah.
AJ, you're not slick. We know y'all have beef.
Yeah.
You can downplay it. He can downplay it all you want. We know that there's beef and it's not football
Mhm.
related. I don't even really care about what the actual thing is. If you're beefing over
Mhm.
a woman, grow the hell up, AJ, because I know you the problem if it's that.
Mhm. And if it is that, look, if you're Jalen Hurts, he's
Good
no
for him.
longer in the building. You can be free of that, and now you can just go out there.
Because why was Jalen not being at AJ's wedding a fucking headline? Excuse my
Yeah,
language. Why was
no,
that a headline?
because without actual games playing, we got nothing else to talk about. That's at least how a lot of these networks treat it. Like they
And
need
then
those
you're
games
asking
to happen.
Andy Reid about going to Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift's wedding. We we do
Mhm.
not care.
Yeah.
I do not care.
Yes. I mean, I don't either.
Congratulations.
I mean, wait till
What do you
that.
want, a cookie?
But wait till that wedding happens. That story's going to be everywhere.
I might delete
Although
my ESPN app.
it's like everybody's been trying to get some video, the pictures, all that kind of stuff. It'll be all over the place. Some might call it the biggest wedding ever. It's like, well, let's calm down. But sure. I mean, as long as the two of them are happy, cool. Knock yourselves out. Uh,
Football needs to come back.
I mean, absolutely.
I'm tired of seeing the Cowboys on my screen. Find something else to talk about. George
Mhm.
Pickens is unhappy. He's
Yes.
represented by the same person that represented Michael Parsons. The hell did y'all think was going to happen?
Hmm. I mean, Dan Orlovsky put out there that the Cowboys probably have to either pay CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens and then get rid of the other. Cowboys made it seem like, nah, it's not that serious. It was a couple of months ago they said they had long-term plans for Pickens. They expected him at OTAs. That didn't happen because if you're Pickens, why would you go to OTAs? You want a contract. Why go out there and risk straining something and then you get nothing? So I, I don't know how they're going to handle that, but they need to figure it out.
Poorly.
Right.
We already know how this finna end.
But if it did really come down to Pickens or Lamb, it kind of seems obvious the Cowboys probably pick Lamb in that situation. So if that's the case, then are we just sitting here waiting for a deal to happen? They're looking around. Maybe because the Rams technically were in the AJ Brown thing and then backed out. Could they be interested in a Pickens? The Commanders, I think, are trying to get or could be in on Stephon Diggs. Would they go get George Pickens? And we know that one team, anytime a wide receiver is available, they
The
always
Baltimore
pop up.
Ravens,
The Ravens. Would they go get George Pickens?
they don't need George Pickens.
Well, they
George
seemingly need
Pickens is
a,
gonna
they
be pissed.
seemingly need wide receivers every year for some reason.
He's gonna be pissed,
Hmm.
and he's gonna act out. And when you already got crash dummies on that defense, Marlon and Roquan, you don't need one on offense.
Marlon is Marlon might go down as one of the more interesting people
I
that have been
blocked his
in the
stupid
league.
ass. He finally made I don't know what it was, but I'm like, I'm tired of you.
Yeah,
Block.
he's interesting. Man, talk about glizzies and crap. Your team's season's going to the toilet. You acting like you don't care. Like, hey,
You getting
cool.
fried in the comments and you acting like you can't see it, which
Yeah,
lets us know you see it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is why once football comes back, like it's gonna be even more interesting.
Some of these people need to learn online etiquette.
Yeah, that's also true.
The Giants now have one of the dancingest wide receiver rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They got both Juju and Odell. That's a lot of TikToks.
I Yeah, and they probably will test that because right now I feel like the athlete who probably you see on TikTok the most is probably Jared McCain. I can't go a day without seeing something from Jared McCain. Now maybe that once their season's over, maybe he does it a little less, but I actually think he's kind of entertaining. Like he just is himself. I can
Let him
respect
shake
that.
his hips in peace. Like, damn.
But it's just like he's either on there singing a song, doing some dance. He's not harming anybody.
And people have a problem with it. I'm like, let that man shake his hips in peace. Y'all be shaking your hips in the mirror when don't nobody say nothing, when don't nobody be around. Let that man shake his hips in peace.
Yeah.
He's just doing it on camera. Like,
Yep.
and don't y'all like when athletes are authentic? He's being
Mm-hmm.
himself.
Yeah.
KD's a fraud. That man got so many layers. He an onion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, it's the new age of the athlete. Social media is where they get to just kind of have fun.
But you gotta have some type of etiquette.
Oh yes, of course.
Because then you got people like Brandon Ayuk crashing out on Instagram Live. I'm like, you
He,
just threw your NFL dream that you just threw your career down the drain.
I think he was kind of already there because actually before recently talking about him, I had forgotten he was actually still available. Because it seems like every time we hear Ayuk in trade talks, he gets some injury, then you just don't hear about him anymore. You put on a Niners game, you don't see him anymore. So it's easy to kind of just say, hmm, I guess he's still in the league. But if he retired tomorrow, that'd probably be the first time somebody heard his name in probably 3 years, which is kind of crazy.
Because I'm like, no, since last year. Because you know he got in trouble. He posted that video of him speeding past the 49ers stadium.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he just got a felony. He just got arrested for that. See, dum dum, you might not get it now, but you're gonna get it eventually, especially if your stupid behind posted on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
Sijin.
post, stop posting illegal stuff on the internet. And that's not just for the athletes. That's for the rest of these crash dummies. Stop
Mm-hmm.
posting illegal stuff on the internet. Stop posting that. Y'all know they be catching it.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not get you now. But they'll wait.
We'll get you eventually.
Or if
So
you get caught with it and then you try to lie, they're gonna pull that
mhm.
up.
Yes. So Sijin
I
has a
don't
quick
know.
question. Where do the Rams get money to pull off big trades?
They robbed Trump. I don't know.
It's a good question. Looking at their salary cap, which we know the NFL salary cap is a wild mystery. Stafford makes a good amount. Devontae Adams makes a good amount. Alaric Jackson makes a good amount. Dotson, Kyron Williams, Poona Ford, Trent McDuffie. I mean, outside of those guys, well, Puka Nakua doesn't make a lot right now. I don't think.
And if
I don't
he
think.
don't get his ish together and stop behaving like a silver tooth child,
Mm-hmm.
he won't be getting one. It's nearly as big as he could have.
Yeah, but that's going to be the next, I guess, decision they have to make is with Nakua, and then we'll see kind of what their money looks like uh, in that case.
I'm
Because
still
at least
tripping on how
with
he checked himself into rehab because he just don't know how to behave.
yeah,
You checked yourself into rehab because your mama ain't whoop you enough. Like, sir, beha- I don't think that's what behavioral rehab is for.
mm-hmm.
People to just, I think that is for mainly people with mental disorders and stuff like that, not those who just act a fucking fool because
Yes,
they can. And their name, and he's been sloppy drunk. I had no problem with that. I'm like, he's at least he's not behind the wheel.
right.
It's a bad look, but I'm like, he's not driving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now the
I guess
anti-Semitic stuff, the fact that he did it twice, I'm like, bro, be quiet.
Puka has endorsements, though. I mean, yeah, but um, well, I can't remember. I have a feeling he probably lost maybe a couple, but yeah, he does have
Yeah.
that obviously offset what he's not making contract wise. But for the Rams, the next couple of years, they have a decision on Puka. I think Devontae Adams is like the year after. And then Stafford has a bunch of void years after that. Basically, if he wants to play, they'll probably negotiate something. But if he's gone, that's another big money player out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how they're doing it. Plus, they trade away first round picks for a reason. They're not trying to pay first round picks with their cap situation anyway.
And they drafted Ty Simpson for a reason.
Yeah, because Stafford's going to be gone in probably 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Because
And
I think he's gonna start listening to Kelly and I mean Matthew. Sorry.
but look, I can understand why he's kind of sticking around. What's up, Trajan? If he gets another Super Bowl in these next 2 years, yeah, there's going to be really no reason for him to probably extend his career out. He'll go down with his 2 Super Bowl titles and, he'll be a Hall of Famer. Like, what else is there?
And the fact that they added Myles Garrett, who's not going to take a significant chunk.
Mm-hmm. Kelly has been on Stafford to retire, yes. Which, like I said, he knows he's near.
She don't. I understand wanting her time.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that shit in house.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Certain things you don't need to vocalize. Because not only do it because you are who you are and you married who you married, not only do it make you look bad, it makes him look bad. Do you not understand that the wife is a reflection of the husband and the husband is a reflection of the wife? Shut
Mm-hmm.
up.
Well, I mean, Giselle did that with Tom Brady too. She
And
started
they
saying
got a
like,
divorce.
well, yeah. He also played a couple of years after she started saying it too. Like he was gonna stop when he wanted to. All right. Christian Watson. He got a new deal, and I'm not gonna say it's a bad one because I feel like Christian Watson is a very good wide receiver.
When healthy.
Yes, so that's gonna be the thing now with the kind of money attached to him. I mean, Trajan, you're in here. You're a Packers fan. I'm sure the expectations for a guy like Christian Watson now are he's got to be the number one wide receiver. He's got to play probably 13, 14 games a season. He needs to be Jordan Love's go-to guy, and I guess open it up for guys like Matthew Golden and others to get theirs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because now he's clear cut number one. Past couple of years, everybody said the Packers had a bunch of twos and all that. Hey, they're paying Watson like he's the man. He's now the number one guy in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. And you got clown ass Acho saying that Green Bay overpaid. No, he's more talented than you. I mean, my pinky toe is more talented than Acho, but
Well, the
Bell is
hilarious
more
thing
talented
is,
than Acho.
but the hilarious thing is that 20-0 game that everybody's playing, sweeping the nation. Acho is in there, and he's come up a couple of times. I've actually found myself just laughing because I'm like, I wonder if I did pick him, what would happen?
2-12.
I probably. It's just funny to see that. Simon says, I understand what Jory's saying. At the same time, quarterbacks need to pass the torch down to the next. You'd like to think that, but we have heard instances where guys don't play that game. They're not
Aaron Rodgers.
There's plenty of guys who you could bring in a rookie behind you.
The scammer,
They don't
the
care.
Ole Miss scammer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Brady didn't necessarily like Garoppolo in the building because when they drafted him, he kind of thought like they were kind of sending him a message that he was slowing down or something. So it kind of depends on the quarterback that you have. Not saying Stafford's going to freeze out Ty Simpson or anything like that, but not every quarterback is down to do that. But I get what you're saying, Sajin. I think the biggest thing for Ty Simpson is, well, maybe the biggest question might be McVay. I still feel like there's a chance Stafford leaves, McVay's out the door too.
If he do that, I'm gonna lose all respect for that man.
I mean, he already tried it though. What was it? 2 years ago, it was like McVay might leave coaching and go to TV, and then he like last minute decided to go back. So Simon said I wasn't talking about Brady or Rodgers per se. Well, I mean, I get it. Like if you're an established quarterback, it's kind of tough, especially the older you get,
Did
to
you hear what
necessarily want to
Kyler
put
Murray
forth that
said?
energy to groom the guy who's supposed to take your job. What would you say?
Kyler Murray don't want to be a mentor either.
Yeah.
Hell, Ryan Tannehill got salty.
Mm-hmm. Right. It just depends on the quarterback and the situation. Because technically, because you just said Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray went through a bunch of stuff in Arizona. His reputation is what it is. He gets to Minnesota, and you think he's supposed to help JJ McCarthy? For what? He's trying to win the starting job himself and establish his career once again. Because if it doesn't work in Minnesota, most of us will think that's probably it for Kyler Murray as a starter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so Watson got his extension. Good for him. Um, I I think he's very talented, like you put. I think I always pushed back on that whole Green Bay's wide receiver group wasn't good enough because they didn't have a number one. Like they play well enough with the quarterback. I mean, he's a quarterback that I feel like there's mounting pressure on, but he's still a talented quarterback in this league. But going from him to another quarterback, Baker Mayfield. What's going to happen with him in Tampa Bay? He's another guy looking for an extension. Uh, I guess Bowles is in his corner, which should be a good sign for Baker Mayfield. If you were the Bucks, would you sign Baker Mayfield to a long-term deal right now?
I would.
Okay.
I mean, they have to make a decision, take a look at these upcoming quarterback classes. If they see something they like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'd give him a 3 to 4 year extension
Okay.
because he's a stable. Well, he's not stable because there's good Baker and there's bad Baker.
Mm-hmm.
When you get bad Baker, you get bad football.
Yes.
But if they're going to fire Bowles soon, I would not give Baker that extension.
Okay. Good point. I understand that because the next coach, you don't want to, sit there and tell him, oh, you have to play Baker. Like you'd want him to bring his own guy in. So let's say Bowles is there for the next 4 years. Is Baker Mayfield good enough that he could bring a Super Bowl to Tampa Bay? Looking at the
No,
other quarterbacks in the NFC, AFC, all that, is Baker Mayfield that guy?
no.
Okay. Maybe
He's too
that's,
volatile.
I mean, he is. He's a very emotional player. Yeah, I agree.
Play.
But I mean, if you're Tampa Bay and you had somebody who didn't think he was good enough to win a Super Bowl in the next 3, 4 years, maybe you don't get him to a long-term extension. Worst case, he leaves, he goes somewhere else. You probably assume he wouldn't win there either. and obviously you'd have to plan as to what you're going to do after Baker Mayfield. But I don't know. I think it's interesting. And maybe if he does get a contract extension, that lets us know maybe how safe Todd Bowles is. Sai just says, I think Baker will surprise us all in his career. Surprise us in what way? You got to elaborate on that one. Are you trying to say he's going to win a Super Bowl or what?
Yeah.
I wouldn't look. I wouldn't hate to see a guy like
Yeah.
Baker win it. Like, I'm a big fan of Baker. You know, the whole story, walking on Oklahoma and creating himself and all that. Yeah, but like you said, he's that bad Baker. When it shows up, it is rough to watch.
It's like he forgets who he's throwing the ball to.
Hmm.
And I feel like, is this Baker Mayfield or White James?
Well, then he kind of makes up for it by his energy is always the same. He's always the type to hype up his teammates even if he's playing poorly, and that I can respect from him. But yeah, he's got to be more consistent. And plus, in that division, Carolina seems like they're on the ascension. Um, the Falcons have talent. We just don't know about their quarterback position. And don't sleep on the Saints necessarily.
I don't like the Saints.
Well, I mean, you're from Atlanta. The Saints fans, look, this is from my experience being in Atlanta. As long as I have, those Saints fans are aggressive, especially Saints Falcons week. Like they
Bro,
everywhere.
you mean to tell me the flags?
Yep.
I'm like, y'all can go to New Orleans and watch the game because I'm tired of seeing y'all.
I mean, it's true. You don't see Saints flags that much. Saints Falcons week, every car has like 3 of them on it. They're on houses. They're cubicles. They're everywhere. Saints could be 0 like 8, but that week they assume they're going to beat the Falcons. I feel like Baker hasn't met the right team yet. He's shown flashes. I mean, I think the Bucks have been a good spot for him.
He's too well established in his career for all that.
Yeah. And I'll say I think Browns fans put way too much of that on Baker. I thought he was good in Cleveland. I thought he could have developed into a really good quarterback in Cleveland, but we obviously know they moved off of him for
The
homeboy
massage
Houston.
Watson.
Yeah. And look at them now. You'd much rather have Baker right now.
Than whatever they got on the roster.
Yep. But hey, maybe this is Deshaun Watson's redemption year.
Give me a break.
I mean, if he loses that job to Shador, he might as well just file the paperwork. Not taking a shot at Shador, but I'm just saying, like, if he's actually healthy, which would probably be the first time in how many years in Cleveland?
Half a decade.
Then he should be the better quarterback of the two. If he doesn't show that, yeah, pack it up, go to the CFL, UFL, wherever.
Go home.
Right.
And stay away from massage parlors.
Right. Exactly.
Leave people alone. You corny bastard.
All right, let's get into running back ratings. Actually, I probably should say, because we talked about Watson, he got 4 years, 110 million. I guess if you didn't know, he might as well be a sports commentator.
I don't want to hear that, Predator. This ain't Chris Hansen.
I've been seeing a lot of those videos lately. Like those are, I mean, the situations obviously are messed up, but some of them are kind of funny. The way that he just be popping up out of nowhere. But anyway, yeah, I don't think he's sports commentator type. I feel like when Watson's done, he's done. Maybe a YouTube channel. I don't know. But he doesn't seem like the guy who wants to be on TV or a network would actually want him.
Yeah, not with that baggage.
Right. He doesn't necessarily think he'd be the most entertaining to listen to.
They might like some of these companies might excuse one or two.
Mm-hmm.
37? Absolutely not.
Right. Like we just talked about Baker. When Baker's done, I could see Baker as a commentator. He's got that
I see
personality.
Jameis as an entertainer.
Well, yeah. I mean, James is going to do whatever he wants. That guy, I haven't seen him in a situation he couldn't handle yet. Like he has to be on TV. But let's see. All right, running back ratings. We did QB ratings before. Now we got our running backs. I guess I'll let you
You
start
can
it
go
off.
first. I always go first.
Okay. Okay. So we did top 15. Not gonna lie, the running back list was a lot harder than the quarterback one. Because when you look at a lot of these starting running backs, they're all kind of pretty productive in the right situation. But for me, I'll go I'll go 15-1. Build the intrigue. 15, I put I put Tony Pollard. And that's only because, to be honest with you, like 10 to 15, splitting hairs, I think Tony Pollard gets overlooked. At the end of the season, you look at his numbers, he's usually around, especially if he's healthy. Oh, I'm sorry, that go. Oh, okay, it's gone. Usually around 1,000 yards. He can catch passes for you. He can do all that. I have him at 15. He probably could be higher. 14, I have Zach Charbonnet. And a lot of that is no Kenneth Walker. He was a productive kind of secondary running back to him. I think he's going to have a really good year in that Seattle system with Darnold and everything. So I got him at 14. Put DeAndre Swift at 13 from the Bears. I mean, I think he's another guy that's a really productive running back. Obviously, taking pressure off of Caleb Williams. I think he's in for another good season. 12, I have Devon Achane, and that's probably only because he's going to get so many opportunities because I honestly don't know what the Dolphins offense is going to look like. I mean, I'm sure, Jory, will you feel the same way? Kind of feel bad for Malik Willis finally getting a starting job, and it's there with what's around him. 11, I have Ashton Genty. I mean, I can't disregard what he did at Boise State. He had a slow start last year, but he really picked it up as the season went on. I think he's in for another decent season. Top 10, I've got Kyron Williams at 10 from the Rams. He's very productive, even though sometimes overlooked when you have Stafford, Puka, Devontae Adams, guys like that. But he's still a steady running back. 9, I have Josh Jacobs, which obviously, depending on the legal stuff, that would affect his rankings for next season. But another guy, super productive. So I have him at 9. Seiden says, I think K9 will do great in Kansas City, even though he's padding stats, feeling unappreciated with the Seahawks. Charbonnet was outperforming K9. Yeah. I do have Kenneth Walker at 8 because I do think in Kansas City he will do well, and he kind of has to because their wide receiver group isn't that great either. And if you're going to take pressure off of Patrick Mahomes, especially coming off the injury, Kenneth Walker kind of has to be that guy. 7, I've got Jonathan Taylor from the Colts. He's still their biggest offensive weapon. I think he's kind of slowing down maybe a little bit, but I still have him at 7. I got James Cook at 6. He sometimes is overlooked because everybody focuses on Josh Allen, but James Cook is a very dangerous running back, both the running game and the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
5, I got Jahmyr Gibbs. He's their do-it-all back in Detroit. He's, get him in the open field. Good luck chasing him down. 4, and this one I'm even questioning. I got McCaffrey at 4, and looking at my list, I think that might be a little high, but we also know he just puts up numbers in San Francisco. Obviously, health permitting, that's usually his biggest issue. He had a reasonably healthy year last year. And I guess if you're a Niners fan, you got to knock on wood and hope he can have another one. I got respect for JT. He's a workhorse. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor is an absolute workhorse because their quarterback play hasn't been good. 3, 2, and 1. You can win with either one of them. 3, I've got Derrick Henry. It's fascinating that at this stage of his career, he is still a top 3 running back, and you can make arguments for the best running back. I'm not going to fight you on it. But even last year, you look at it as kind of a down year for him. He was still productive. He had the fumbling issues, which I think was a little bit too overblown.
Yes, it
But
was only 3.
yeah, but obviously he had some that were just at the most horrific time to have one. I do think with the new coaching, I think they will kind of focus a little bit more on the running game and the fact that they have Derrick Henry. So I expect him to have another big season. I got Saquon Barkley at 2. We know that he's been up there with Derrick Henry in those conversations for the past couple of years. I just think Bijan Robinson is the best running back in the league, the most versatile. And even despite the quarterbacks that they've run through Atlanta, he's put up crazy numbers for them. And I think he's in for another incredible season. So that's my top 15 running backs. And I'll get a graphic for, later on to put up in the Discord and everything. All right, Jory. I guess I'll ask you, you had any issues with my list before you do yours?
No, but I think we kind of had some differing with the order.
Okay. And I feel like I kind of prefaced it. I'm assuming maybe McCaffrey might be one of them.
It is.
Okay. I feel like I was safe to think that. What's up, John? I think Bucky Irving will have a good year. I had Bucky Irving. I
He's
had
in my
Bucky
top
Irving.
20.
Yeah, Bucky Irving. Yeah, top 20 for me, just outside the 15. But I also said a lot of these running backs are actually really good once I started looking at them. It's kind of messed up that the running back position is viewed the way it is now. Because a lot of these guys they're just really good. But all right, Jory, you can go ahead with your list.
I'll also start from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I have Josh Jacobs because your legal system, your legal situation is making me question whether or not you're going to be available.
Okay.
When healthy and available, he's a lot higher on this list. So I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Number 14, Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
And it's mainly due to his injury history. I don't know when his knee is going to finally give out.
That's fair.
But it's going to happen. 13. Look, he's a good running back. He just plays for the Jets.
Okay.
And I don't know I know the Jets have a good offensive line. That's the
Mm-hmm.
one thing that they have that's good.
Well, they have Garrett Wilson. Problem is he just hasn't a guy to actually throw it to him, but they still have Garrett Wilson.
Who is their Gino? Oh, Gino.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think that situation is going to be conducive to winning. Kyron Williams, I have at 12. Same reasoning that you did. I have Kenneth Walker at 11.
Okay.
I have DeAndre Swift at 10. I have Tony Pollard at 9. Tony Pollard was a top 10 back last year.
Yeah,
Low key. Y'all
that's what I
wouldn't
said.
know that because the team he played for won all of 3 games, but
Yeah,
he was a top 10 back last year.
I'm not gonna fight you on that. Like Pollard
And with the
gets overlooked.
offensive line actually getting addressed and we have people playing their natural position now,
Hmm.
I think he's going to be top. He's going to get a little bit higher than 9.
Yeah, and look,
Number 8.
Cam Ward elevates his game. That makes Tony Pollard's job even easier.
hmm Number 8, I have Achan Jr., Travis Achan.
I forgot you have to pronounce it. Yeah.
Number 7, Jonathan Taylor, who is clearly taking a step back. It's clear to me. And for all you stupid Colts fans, I know Derrick Henry is a Raven, but I am going to sing his praises and I'm going to sit here and say, who's running back flamed out first?
But I mean, look, those conversations were a little wild. Jonathan Taylor, great as he is, I can't ever really put him above Derrick Henry at any point in his career. I,
Colts
I
fans
just,
did it.
well, I mean, it was
Ravens
their guy.
fans did it until they got him.
Exactly. Yes.
Y'all need to send him back. Y'all really not appreciate him like y'all should be.
I think that's why I'm like, I think the new coach, he'll probably, I mean, coming from the Charger system, we know Harbaugh loves running backs. I feel like Henry is going to get his touches.
Now, are you going to give it to him in a playoff game, or are we just going to keep that whole stick going?
Well, I guess we don't know how Minter and
I
his
don't even
staff
think they make the playoffs.
will
People
treat
saying the Ravens going to the Super Bowl are smoking crack and are delusional.
well, they are out there.
I know.
Actually,
Because
while
they're
you're
on
doing that,
ESPN.
I want to look that up.
They're
What
on
the
ESPN.
what the odds are for that?
They are picking the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm like, what makes you think
Because there's assuming Lamar and company bounce back, that defense bounces back, and they're all good.
they just let a whole bunch of people walk? Give me a fucking break.
Hey,
A break.
mm-hmm.
Where was I? Number
Side
7,
just
I've gone with the Taylor.
oh, go ahead. Yeah.
6, I have Devon Achan.
Okay.
It is something about Bijan that I just cannot. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his head shape. I don't know if it's the fact that he looks like a shark when he smiles. I don't know if it's the haircut. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what it is because he's talented as hell.
Yeah.
But I have him at 5.
What's up, 3 and D? We talked finals earlier on, and we've
You
been
have to
doing
rewind for
updates
that
on the U.S. game.
one. I have Bijan at 5. I
Okay.
have Gibbs at 4.
Okay.
I have Cook at 3.
Okay.
I have Barkley at 2, and we already know who I have at 1. That should have been a foretold.
Yeah.
Send me my running back, you purple pigeons. Y'all can have Pollard.
Right. Yeah. So while you were talking, I did look up the odds. This is from FanDuel. Rams are the favorite, then the Seahawks, then the Bills, then the Ravens. So the
For
Ravens are
what?
Ravens are fourth up there.
Both of those last 2 teams you mentioned got rookie and head coaches.
Well, you're probably not going to like who's at 5. They have the Chargers as the fifth best team.
The hell?
And then we got the Lions, Patriots, Niners, Chiefs, Eagles.
The Chargers at 5, the Chargers that can't win a playoff game at 5, the Chargers that had a 30-point lead at halftime and blew it at 5. Those Chargers led by that Justin Herbert who's soft as hell and keep making
Mhm.
bad decisions.
Yep.
The
Same one.
same Justin Herbert that I had to write a soliloquy about.
Yep. Sajin asked if Herbert needs to move on if they fail this season. No. He
No.
doesn't have to move on, but conversations around him need to change.
I'm tired of all the excuses making for Justin damn Herbert. Look, I know the arm talent is there. He's soft as hell. His decision making is questionable. He
Mhm.
runs himself into the ground,
Yep.
and he is injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
All the Chargers are injury prone, but
Yeah.
that's why I called them the deadbolt batteries. But they're good for half a season.
Their line, especially, every year they lose guys on that line. This year they have to figure out a way to keep Alt and Slater healthy.
Healthy.
Yes.
I don't know if it's about their training. I don't know what's going on with strength and conditioning. I don't know if it's nutrition. It's something.
So John saying thoughts on Montgomery to Houston. He doesn't have to split carries with Gibbs now. He thinks both of them will do well this year.
No, he
I
won't.
think maybe Montgomery will do well in Houston as well.
If they actually run the ball.
I mean, the way conversation happening around CJ Stroud, it seems like they should lean heavily on the running game and kind of pull back on the responsibilities on Stroud. There are
If
some
the
people acting
offensive
like
line is going to allow them to run the ball because they keep toying with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look,
Depend on their O line. Can they open up running lanes?
again, they'd have a little bit of something established if they didn't just switch 4 players every year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the thing is about the Texans is they are quite literally a bad decision away from being exactly where they started again.
Yep.
And if you mess this up, because here's how they messing it up. They're not adequately addressing the wide receiver. They need to finally just admit we have a problem at wide receiver. Tank Dell is cooked. Let's admit that. You don't blow out your entire knee, all major ligaments in your knee, and you ever come back from that. Not in football. At least not at the once. I'm not saying he can't come back, but I'm saying it's not going to be what he was pre-injury.
Mm-hmm.
That was a significant injury.
Yes.
Tank Dell's ass can't stay out of the infirmary.
Mm-hmm.
One more concussion, and I'm going to start thinking he got scrambled eggs for brains.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a knee issue, another knee issue, we're going to have issues with that too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm like,
Yeah. And I mean, looking at where they were on this list, they're actually higher than the Broncos. I have a problem with that.
I have a huge problem with that. Because don't disrespect Bo.
And Bo's probably the only reason why the Broncos are that low, because I don't think people buy into Bo yet.
It ain't
Sure.
Peyton, because Peyton a prick.
Well, there's that too. Yeah.
Peyton has tried to sabotage Bo at times last season. I saw it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And they just extended that man. I can't stand Sean Payton.
Let's see. Okay, so John said, sees the game in the background, played the sport his whole life. When he was played for USA when he was younger. Who flops more, LeBron or soccer players?
LeBron. Actually, no, it's soccer players.
Soccer players embellish. Okay, I mean, yes,
They
some of
flop.
them.
Let's not use fancy terms. They
No,
flop.
look, you have your guys like Neymar. Neymar is a big, like he's the type he'll go down, he'll roll around 4 or 5 times, and you look like he got shot from the roof or something.
They're dramatic as hell.
But there is some legit physicality in soccer, like corner kicks. You will see guys taking elbows, all kind of stuff in there. So yes, I understand that. Um, I guess just to elaborate, I'm a big soccer fan. Played it when I was a kid. It was actually the first sport I played, so that's kind of why I have a soft spot for it. So the World Cup is a great time for me. I will be watching pretty much every game, at least as much as I can. And I've already said I'm going to eventually get Jory to watch
I'm
soccer.
not watching that crap. The 2 times I tried to watch it, I fell asleep within 20 minutes.
But
Both.
that's okay. You were probably just trying to watch a just regular game. World Cup games are different. They hit differently. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll give you. I will give it one chance because I got Prime and I know some of them games coming on Prime. If I fall asleep within 15 minutes, I'm gonna get you.
Well, actually, World Cup, most of those games are Fox games. So I mean,
I got something. I can watch it.
yes. So you can watch them there. I guarantee you get actually even if you get a game where you don't think it's going to be a good one, a lot of these countries are entertaining to watch. Like so far, Mexico looks good. Korea Czech Republic game last night was incredible. Canada Bosnia today was pretty good, and I mean U.S. are handling business. They look pretty good against Paraguay, so reasons for optimism there. But yeah, you get to watch Portugal with Ronaldo, Messi, and Argentina. Like there's a lot of good teams out there.
I'm good.
But look, I will give you the opportunity to just watch one. And yes, if you don't like it, feel free to, I guess, let me have it.
I am gonna let you have it.
Oh man. Or you may become a fan and then you gotta give me credit.
If I go to sleep,
Okay. Well, all right. All right.
they better
So
do
I guess
something. They better have cheerleaders, game breaks, something. They better be delivering snacks via robot.
she does not. Decided I've tried a few times to try to get her into soccer. She's not a fan.
I don't have the attention span for it. And it's too much. It's overstimulating. All them people are running around like with like a chicken with their heads cut off, kicking a ball.
But you see moments of skill. That's where it is. So John has this for you. You have to pick one. You either watch a soccer game or you have to root for the Ravens for a whole
I'd
year.
rather go to hell.
That's not a choice.
Look, I will stand there and make my own decision. Go to hell. Nope. I'll make a choice.
Hold on. I will try to. Let me see. What games are this weekend? If you're gonna pick one, I will give you one to watch. To at least try. I'm not gonna tell you get to watch the whole thing. If you find yourself bored, don't do that to yourself.
It's a 90
Let's
minutes.
see. Qatar, Switzerland. I don't know if you'd be into that. Haiti, Scotland. Brazil, Morocco. Actually, I think will be a sneaky good game.
Are they doing the Macarena?
All right. Okay. Uh, Sunday's got some good ones. Netherlands, Japan. I'm looking forward to. Australia and Turkey. I think will be interesting. I feel like you would be a fan of the Japanese team. I don't know why. I feel like that'd be a team you would enjoy watching. So we're
They
gonna
look
pick
good.
one. That's one I would say. Netherlands, Japan would be probably the one for you to use as your one opportunity.
Because once people's legs start going under other people's legs and all that footwork and shuffling and shit going on, I'm done. I'm like, look, I'm like, I cannot keep up. Y'all doing too much. And then the rolling on the ground when somebody taps you is like, bruh, like, bro,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I will give it a chance.
Okay. Now that's all we're asking. England, Croatia. Yeah, that one's going to be interesting as well. England is a team that they have aspirations. So, at worst, I'll say this: each week, I will try to give you at least a little bit of World Cup talk. I won't do too much of it because I don't want I don't want Jory or I don't want Bell over there probably growling at me. I will make sure that you guys get your World Cup fix each week. Each week. Um, all right. So before we get into final burn, we have the Clippers scandal, which I'm sure some people may have forgotten, but it's still a story. There's like reports that the Clippers might not face punishment because of like pressure to not hand anything down to them. It's a lot. To be honest with you,
It's a
I get
mess.
why it wants the story to go away, but it was a weird
No,
story. We kind of need to know the ending result of it. But Jory, I'll turn
no.
it over to you.
Find bald head ass bomber $500 million and let it go. Just find a man. Find a man. Null and void that contract. Kawhi's a free agent. Make them
Mm-hmm.
pay that money back. Because they kind of
Yeah.
defrauded the NBA if you really think about it. Make them
Mm-hmm.
pay that money back. Now,
Right.
the person who owns that aspiration company just got sentenced to prison for 14 years. You don't think he's singing like a damn rat?
Probably. Yes, exactly.
You know he's singing because he gonna try anything to do he can do to knock some of that time down
Yeah.
or get special consideration. And we know that they turned over evidence to the NBA office. So Adam Silver with his disingenuous BS talking about I just want this to be over. No, don't be a terrible owner and say that. I mean, commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to say that. You are the commissioner. This is a stain on your league. You have to address it. You have to get through this investigation. You do not have the reason, the wherewithal. You do not have the the fact that he even has the damn audacity to say that on national television is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Silver, you got me going because that is stupid. Why would you do that? This is your thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is your thing. Your league, you run it. It's already looking bad because the product is terrible. And now this. And for the love of Christ, why is it always the Clippers?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because the Sterling thing was literally the first thing Adam Silver had to deal with. Which, welcome to the job with that one.
Why is it always the Clippers? What is going on within that organization?
Mm-hmm.
You can't be ran like the Lakers when you ain't one ish.
I mean, that's definitely always been a thing. They've always been the little brother in LA.
You cannot run like the try to run your operation like the Lakers
Mm-hmm.
and do anything.
Yeah.
With the Lakers, you get deficient in everything else. And I think y'all don't learn that lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're not going to get a title, but at least we beat the Lakers. Whoop de fucking do. Whoop de do. You want a cookie?
Yeah.
You freaking frauds.
But I mean, the big thing with the Clippers now is obviously outside of this, it's they have their own building now. They feel like they can kind of start to create their own narrative and all that outside of the Lakers because they're not in the same building anymore. This
What's the
first,
narrative? A
well, this
scandalous
season
ass
wasn't good.
organization that did Chris Paul dirty?
That's what I'm saying. This season was not a banner year. They had a very old team that they thought, just get to the playoffs and that veteran experience will carry them through. You just mentioned the Chris Paul thing was a disaster. You ship out Harden the deadline, which I mean, Harden had his own issues in Cleveland, but you still shipped him out. Um, who else? Who was it? Because they shipped out
Zubac.
Harden. Who?
They shipped out Zubac.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Zubac. I think like before that deal happened, like a couple of days, it was like Zubac is a guy that they had almost as untouchable, and then he was gone. And now Kawhi, like you said, is a free agent, so there's a
No,
chance
he's not a
he's.
free agent. He should be.
For some reason, I thought he was. No, you're right. I think he has. Does he have like a year left or something like that?
Uh-huh.
But I mean, look, there's probably some conversations happening whether or not they should even keep him for another year. Like it's
He just need to call it he just need to call it quits.
well, I mean, he needs to probably obviously latch on to a team that's well established, and he's not. He doesn't have to be the number one guy. I don't know where that is. I don't know who's gonna have the money for him, but I'd expect him to be somewhere else. I think
Well,
I think
his
the
reputation
Clippers will probably.
is kind of tainted.
Mm-hmm. He's free and clear. Oh, I saw John's comment. Yes, Sorsby is allowed to play this season.
If I was anybody on that schedule, I'm not playing him.
What? Oh,
I'm
the take.
not.
You talking? Yeah, because you're talking about Sorsby. Like you wouldn't play Texas Tech if they were on your schedule.
I wouldn't. I'd take a forfeit. I don't give a damn about the playoffs. There's a principle. There is a principle.
I mean, look, and look. Anytime there's decisions like that, it would be easy to say if only the NCAA was like a legit, you know, entity running college sports, maybe it doesn't happen. But we're still not there yet, which I don't know why. When you have, I mean, you have a guy like Nick Saban who's sitting there. If you wanted to make him a commissioner, I guarantee you stuff like this probably wouldn't happen. We're not there yet. So this is what we get.
Right.
I think there was another college basketball player, if I don't remember, if I remember correctly, who was in the NBA. It is now going back to college because of that loophole that they haven't closed yet. That's crazy to me that that's happening.
That's not fair. You are taking food off of these 18-year-old kids coming out of high school's plate. Let these babies learn. That's not fair. You're selfish. If you don't work out in the NBA, go across the ocean. Your time
Right.
in college is up.
Yeah, but there's these loopholes that they're finding their ways through. But like I said, until the NCAA wants to get serious and actually, have structure in place that we actually look to them as a strong entity, this is what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to force a change. Maybe it's a guy like Saban just openly saying, "I'll be the commissioner. I'll get a couple of other former coaches, and we'll do it our way."
No, because y'all bitched about Saban when he was warning people about stuff like this. No, y'all don't deserve that man.
But I'm just saying, if Saban wanted to do it, obviously.
If he want to do it, don't ask him to do it.
But
Y'all
I'm
don't
saying
deserve that man.
because if we sat here and they were like the NCAA is changing things up the commissioner is, if we heard Nick Saban, we'd say that's legit. They name somebody else, we might shrug our shoulders a little bit, but it seems like Saban would be the guy. Like if they said Urban Meyer was the new commissioner, you'd
Oh
probably be
hell
like,
no.
okay then.
Hell no. Not Mr. I'm gonna not come fly back with my team so I can get lap dances from hookers. No. Mr. I'm gonna kick the kicker.
Yeah, so
He really
he might
kicks
be
the
the guy.
fucking kicker.
Yeah. I,
I would have whooped his ass. He should have got his butt tore up. I don't care if you're a coach. Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your feet on me. You walk on the ground and you gonna kick me?
mm-hmm. Amari Bailey, UCLA, Charles Bediako, Bama was the other player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was kind of mad about that, but I'm like, if we gonna do it, if everybody else can do it, I can't get mad when Bama do it.
Well, yeah, I mean
I just don't like the
it
rule.
sets that precedent when you let the first school do it. But, yeah. Add it to the long list of things that's wrong with college sports.
It's a crap show.
Mm-hmm.
College football is a crap show. You got SEC coaches beefing and going at each other's schools. I'm like, bro. You got Lane Kiffin being sassy. Then you got drunk ass Sark responding, and then here comes what's his face. I'm like,
Yeah.
my school doesn't have to do all of that.
Right.
My coach is mature,
Mm-hmm.
and they made the men's college World Series, the women's college World Series, the playoffs, the both NCAA tournaments. My school is an everything school, and we don't have to do all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So before we get into final burn, just the last update: the U.S. beat Paraguay 4-1. Balogun had a couple of goals and Gio Reyna as well. Plus, there was an own goal. So
I know they need an asthma pump.
I mean, they're well conditioned athletes. Well, actually, because of like the weather and everything, they get hydration breaks.
Yeah, because it's hot as hell.
Mm-hmm. So that gives them a
Bro,
little break.
it is hot as a devil's doorstep.
Yeah, especially when you think about some of the cities that some of these games are going to be in. Like it's
They're getting played here.
yeah, here with LA.
It was 92 today.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be 92 tomorrow. Gonna be 90 on Sunday. And
Yeah,
it's not gonna dip below 80.
which luckily, if they play here, it is a dome stadium, so at least that helps. But still hot.
Well, it's gonna rain. It's gonna storm here, so they'll be fine in the stadium. It's getting to the stadium that I worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you know how people down here don't know how to fucking drive.
Yes.
It rains and they drive faster, and I'm like, that's not the point.
Yeah.
It rains and I drive like a grandma. Nope.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to final burn. Um, I mean, I guess I'll let you start it off.
Look, I already got on Adam Silver's stupid ass earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I already got on AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Albert. Like I did you see the interview he did with AJ? What's his face? Um, they were talking about Salt Lake City, Utah. Da da da. This fool says you gotta get out of that city in Utah. City that da 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 da. And AJ was like, Utah isn't a city. Gilbert is like, what is it? A state. Motherfucker, you didn't pay attention in geology? You did not pay attention when they taught you the 50 states. That is second grade.
That was funny. Which,
How
I
do you
mean,
not
if
know
he
Utah
told
is
you
a
it's
state?
not a city, wouldn't your natural guess be then must be a state? But to sit there and be like, then what is
What
it?
is it? Gilbert! Like, that pissed me off so bad. What are you talking about? Like, I know you be saying stupid stuff, but for
Yeah,
you to sit there at if the fact that you
only
the
Gilbert.
Jazz play in Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is a city. What would Utah be?
I guess he thought Utah was like a
A
town in
Providence?
Salt Lake City.
What is Utah? A territory? A Providence? Oh God. I'm gonna need you to learn all 50 of your states, and you're lucky I'm not that pissed because I would do the capitals too.
Yes.
In fourth grade, and you a grown ass man not knowing Utah's a state. Sir, and to the customer, and now I'm really getting off hinge because it's 11 o'clock. To the customer who wanted to argue with me today, I don't argue with people named Ernest.
Okay.
We're just gonna leave that at that.
Right. Yes.
Boosie,
Uh, yeah.
where are you gonna learn that being quiet is free?
Mm-hmm.
Shutting the hell up is free. Why do you go out of your way to attack trans people? God says it's unnatural. Da, da, da. First of all, you jaundice-eyed idiot. Um, you're going off of the King James version of the Bible, which is also we know that has purposely been changed to include some stupid ass narratives.
Mm-hmm.
Homosexuality was not introduced into the Bible until 1946. I'm not trying to preach, but you sound like an idiot. And look, it's not right. It also ain't right to pay your kid to get
Yes.
burned
Yeah.
as soon as he turn 18 and you plan that, you pedophile motherfucker. Like, oh, I've never seen a group of people bother that man that don't even be studying that man.
Mm-hmm.
These same people be jamming to your music and you go out of your way to antagonize them.
Yep.
You don't like gay people, even though your daughter gay.
Well, doesn't usually work out that way.
Yeah. Like, you have all this smoke for the gay people and homophobe. What happened to you while you were in prison? Now, he keeps going on there spewing crap.
Mm-hmm.
And his music is for problematic old men like him. I know a problematic man that loves Boosie.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna go there, but they don't do nothing to you. What? Like, why? You don't have to respect. You don't have to agree with how somebody lives, but you have to
Mm-hmm.
respect them as a human being because they are a human being. They have their own struggles. They probably wouldn't do you like that.
Yep.
What if they saying they gonna check and see if you a biological male? You probably like it, you little nasty freak. But Gonna be checking people at the door. What you gonna do? A ball test?
Yeah, I agree, Sajan. Sajan says always said that what you despise the most will be part of your family.
Right. He's just ignorant. He
Mm-hmm.
is the loudest of ignorant black men. One of the loudest. Then you got
Yep.
Charleston White, stupid ass too, but that's another story for another day. He's one of the loudest. And for black men, I'm not talking about you, Kyle. For a lot of black men to cry victim a lot, and for them to be saying, you sure do put that hatred towards gay people and trans people. You put that same energy that the world puts on you onto them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not right regardless. Like, stop being a hateful idiot. Being hateful ain't got Boosie nowhere but ugly as hell with yellow eyes. Stop drinking. Like, that's not what I wanted to say, but I'm trying to keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, if you don't stay upright and stop all of that foolishness,
Mm-hmm.
the flopping, someone blow on you and you throwing your head back. You know you can injure your cervical spine like that. You can get hurt like that. You do know you need the first seven vertebrae of your spine, right? That holds your head on your neck. Stop throwing that shit back and quit with this little push off flop thing. Didn't nobody touch you? And while we're at it, stop
Mm-hmm.
being a terrible teammate. You are terrible. And
Yeah.
quit arguing with the coach. Stop showing up your coaches. Give everybody dap. Quit being a terrible teammate, and then you won't have to answer the questions that you have to answer. And learn how to go left. And put some effort on defense. Defense ain't ish but effort. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I get so mad. It ain't nothing to it but effort. There is some skill, but a lot of that ish is effort. That's
Mm-hmm.
how well you basketball slide in effort. Um, and clown ass Smith. If the Knicks win the series, they don't have to send me a ring. Who the hell is finna send your big head ass a ring?
He's had a
Who is
weekend.
about to send you a ring? Nobody's giving you a ring. Not even
Mm-hmm.
the most desperate woman in this world is gonna sacrifice her pride to give your crusty ass a ring. You are not a mob boss. Not a mob boss.
Mm-hmm.
You got a New York accent that does not make you a mob boss. And you're loud. That does not make you a mob boss.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are not a mob boss. You don't wear pimp coats and shit. You just run your mouth to spread stupid ass narratives on TV. Why would anybody give you a ring?
He thinks he's Mr. Nick.
They'll give Spike Lee a ring before they give Stephen A one.
I mean, I kind of guarantee they probably give Spike Lee one.
As much money he's spending courtside,
Mm-hmm.
Fat Joe and Spike Lee are more likely to get a ring than damn Stephen A.
Yeah.
Give me a break. I got two more.
Okay.
And I know I already said Gilbert, but you and Kwame have got to stop this foolishness.
Yeah.
Y'all have got to stop this. Y'all are not going to keep terrorizing our timelines for years on advance, going back and forth at each other. Grow
Mm.
up. Kwame, you a grown ass man speaking on another man's pockets. This is why don't nobody like you. You are a miserable human being who is bitter that his dream career did not turn out for whatever reason. And you put all the factors into that reason. They all make sense, but you also are part of that.
Mm.
You can blame Jordan all you want. You can get mad at everybody else all you want. When somebody says something to you, you can fly off the handle all you want. That don't change it if it's true.
Mhm.
Stop being a terrible person. Damn. And then I'm gonna say this, and I know Father's Day is coming soon, and all this other stuff. If we're gonna keep attacking Angel Reese, and I'm getting on some of these black men for this shit.
Mhm.
If it don't pertain to you, give it to who it pertains to. That's my only disclaimer when I say this. To the black men who keep finding ways to tear down Angel Reese, whether or not it's unhinged BS, like taking stuff you see from social media, doctoring it up, and he. Like I saw somebody post in the chat earlier, and it kind of pissed me off because it was clearly fake.
Mhm.
But at the same time, what the fuck is it with y'all's obsession with humbling her? What is y'all obsession with um making fun of her? The Sid the Sloth thing, that's getting old. Find another insult.
Yep.
Because a lot of y'all that say she looked like Sid the Sloth are probably as intelligent as a sloth. Like, you keep you keep creating fake stuff to make jokes on this woman, and like she has her flaws. She has her flaws.
Mhm.
She's not. She's also not the smartest crayon in the box. She's not. So when she starts speaking on stuff she don't know about, I get mad. But she don't really antagonize people. Do that irk me? Yes. But do she really be doing anything but minding her own damn business? And here y'all miserable asses coming with fake tweets of her saying that this she looked better than this, and then Kevin Durant attacking her ass, calling her the Ice Age. You're weird. You're
Mhm.
weird. That's weird. That's unhinged. That's bullshit behavior. And this is coming from men who have daughters. How would you like it if somebody did that to your child?
Yep.
Huh? Just unnecessarily. For no freaking reason. You wouldn't like it. Y'all have got to grow up. Y'all are too freaking grown to keep attacking a 22-year-old, 23-year-old woman. For what? Because she get a lot of her own rebounds? We're not talking about the records that she set. We're not
Mm.
talking about that. We're talking about the fact that people want to be miserable and come at her. We're not talking about the stuff that she's doing. She a walking double double. Her name is being mentioned with Shaq and Blake Griffin and stuff like that right now. We're not talking about that. Y'all want to say she looked like the sloth and be looking like something off of toilet paper the damn self. It be them type of people that got the audacity with these wiry ass beards, unfinished hairlines, just looking dusty, talking about somebody ugly. I'm sick of it.
Mhm.
I'm sick of it. What is it that she? What? Leave that young woman alone. It's corny. It's weird. And y'all wonder why black women say they choose the bear. Either quiet or stupid defensive, and you calling me out of my name don't change the fact that what I said is true.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over it. She's not ugly. She has game. She's improving her game. I don't know if y'all noticed, but her touch on the ball has gotten so much better.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now she could be more consistent in when deciding and decisive and when to take her shots. I think that's gonna stop a lot of that too.
Yep.
Because I feel like she got a 35-17 game in her. She
Hmm.
do. And the second that she do it, I'm gonna be on here just screaming. And everybody that I know that done cracked that stupid sloth joke, they finna get it too.
Yep.
Cause it's stupid. Find something else. Find another insult. If you called her an airhead, that's different at least.
Hmm.
But it's like old and crunchy. Like these niggas socks. Like, ugh. I'm done.
No, I definitely agree with that. Um, Mine's really quickly. Um, Paige Beckers, who absolutely love her. Once again, she had some messaging for some people. She was doing I think it was post game press conference. She had AZ Fudd next to her, and she gave the statement about with it being Pride Month, obviously talking about how she appreciates the WNBA, what they do for that, the awareness, and that she thinks the world will be better off if we focused on inclusivity and love. Very simple messaging, but unfortunately, too many people just don't care for it. So, you know, it's one of the many reasons why I'm a big Paige Beckers fan. She does not shy away from stuff like that. You and I have talked about the one thing we can't stand with Caitlin Clark is that she doesn't speak out against her fans and all that kind of stuff. Like Paige is not one who wouldn't do that, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
and
her for that. Oh, go
I
ahead.
know them people with Bible verses in their bio are mad as hell.
Yeah, and tough. Like the message
Tough
is
luck.
absolutely true, and she even put in there that her only worries in life are to live a life that of Jesus. So she is religious, and she just wants a world filled with love. Simple
Jesus
enough.
wants that too.
Yeah.
I
Also, AZ
do.
Fudd she's precious in front of a camera because
Mm.
you can tell she's not comfortable doing it, but she does it anyway. She usually has an awkward moment, but that's neither here nor there.
She's a
So,
newbie. She'll get better.
yeah, absolutely. It's the same way that she's producing a lot more now. Like she will get better at the whole camera aspect of it. But um, I was happy that Paige said that because we know how June becomes very controversial amongst sports fans and everything like that.
We need a Veterans Month.
Right.
May and November.
Yes.
We just had a whole ass military appreciation month.
Hmm.
Y'all wasn't saying nothing about that.
Right. And
But now you're just trying to deflect.
yeah.
You don't want them to have any attention, so you just want to cause attention to something that already is being held with attention for to try to outshine them. You're miserable.
Hmm.
You're miserable with your own existence. So other people who live different, they bother you.
Right. Because
Sorry.
look, at
I
the
just
end of the
can't
day,
stand homophobia. I can't stand all any of that ish.
nah, it's unnecessary. Like life
Treat
is
people how you want to be
complicated
treated.
and way too short to sit there and wake up every day just mad at people because either you don't agree, you don't understand, whatever it is. Let them people be.
That's
Like,
their life. You ain't
yeah,
gotta live it. You're not putting on their draws.
right.
That is their life.
Yep, absolutely. And then the second one was kind of along the lines of your Boosie one. All these people who were mad at Caleb Williams on the Madden cover, y'all need
Because
something
he
else
painted his
to.
fingernails.
Right. Like we didn't know. We knew he was on the cover. Like we're shocked he had his fingernails painted. Like get over it. And the people who were like, I'm not gonna buy it just for that. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna cry that you're the one person who was gonna buy it because of the cover of a video game. Like
First of
it's
all, men have been getting their nails painted forever.
yeah.
Now I
Because it
just don't
started
like
off
it
as
that
like
it's more visible. But they've been doing it forever.
because before it was kind of like a rock thing. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Now that they're not doing it for rock and they're doing it because they want to paint their nails and they like it,
hmm.
that's not gay.
But the crazy thing is, some of them have like legit meaning behind doing it, but
Exactly.
nobody wants to care to find out or care what the reason is.
Caleb Williams does it for his sister.
Yeah.
Jared McCain does it so he can stop eating his fingers.
Hmm. But even if they didn't have a reason, it's
They
their
didn't have to
fingers.
tell us that.
Yeah.
But even if they just wanted to paint their nails blue because they like the color blue and they want to paint their nails blue, that's not gay. What is gay is gay.
Yes. Right. Like, we all know the definition of it. Like
Mhm.
that's yeah. It is what it is. Like people are some people will just never be happy unless they have something else to be upset about, and that's cool.
And to those
Whatever
people,
gets
I'd
you through the
say
day.
go touch grass. And if
Yes.
that don't work, go find the nearest tree and apologize to it for letting you breathe.
Right.
And if that don't work, go find a bridge, go find a river, build a bridge, and jump off that mug.
Right.
Because at this
Yeah.
point, if you're just gonna be miserable about everybody else's existence, maybe it's you.
Hmm.
And y'all, that's a joke. Don't jump off a
Yes.
bridge.
Obviously. Yes. Yeah.
Don't jump off a bridge.
Right. But like the overwhelming message is like Paige Becker said, just live a life of love. It'd be so simple if
And
that's
if
all
you
you
can't do that, mind your own damn business.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing.
That's free.
Yeah, I mean that's all I wanted to touch on because, like I said, love when Paige speaks on anything because she usually drops a little insight and she's very intelligent with what she says. So love hearing from her. Um, but yeah, so that's our show. That's all we got for you. Jory, I guess you want to let them know what they can look forward to that you're working on.
Oh, next week we'll be introducing a new segment because I've done some arguing today, and I'm going to point some things out. It's called "You Haven't Won Ish." Here's why.
Yep.
So look, be on the lookout for that.
Yes. It's I think a segment that we will definitely have a lot of fun with. Because look, there's a lot of guys who just haven't broken through one way or one reason or another, and we will definitely discuss that.
No, because if you gonna have me so freaking heated that I'm over here simplifying ratios in my head because I'm mad as hell and I got a point to
Mhm.
prove, we gonna have to break something down.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Sajin. Um, hope you have a good weekend as well.
It's gonna be
So I guess
stormy. It's gonna be stormy, and I'm gonna be in the house.
yes. Yep. Because that's the weather in the south.
90
Um,
degrees and stormy. I bet that
right.
rain is gonna evaporate as soon as it hit the concrete.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's what you got to deal with in the summer. Um, So yeah, look out for that new segment next week. We will also talk finals because like we'll probably have a champion to talk about. Uh, NFL will probably do another list or maybe some predictions or something. We'll figure
We
that
might do
out.
receivers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we could probably do like receiver, tight ends combined, just that group in general. Yeah, we'll probably do that next week. Look at the pass catchers. See who.
Who deserves to be a diva and who really needs to be quiet.
Yes, exactly.
There's two
Um,
categories of receiver. You're diva worthy or you need to hush.
exactly. Pretty much. Yes. Um, so yeah. So make sure you're back next week for another great show. I think Sajan asked in the chat. Yeah, Key couldn't come on tonight. Hopefully she'll come on next week. Um, I will be watching the soccer. So if you are in the Discord, even though Jory might roll her eyes, I will be talking soccer in there while the
And I
game.
will be trolling.
But look, if you do manage to stumble across the game, you're gonna have to talk about it in the Discord as well. Even if you let us know the moment you turned it off, that's fine for me.
I will put two messages. I turned it on and then 5 minutes later I turned that off.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm gonna give it a legit chance.
Yes. Oh, John. Good. Yes. Let's go Hurricanes. Stanley Cup final is also going on. It has been a great series. Vegas looked like they had it under control. Carolina's chipped away at them. I think I did a prediction somewhere, but Carolina was a team I had coming out of the East. I don't know if I had them winning it all. There's something about that Hurricane organization, especially as a Bruins fan. I've seen them enough. They are tough this
Bring
time
back
of the
the
year.
Thrashers.
Hmm?
Bring back the Thrashers.
I remember hearing something about that being a
I
possibility.
think Atlanta can handle it now. Like,
I didn't understand. Well, I understand now being in Atlanta a little bit more, but a lot of that was kind of mismanagement and that kind of led to them leaving. I agree with you. I think Atlanta could absolutely handle an NHL team. Like I just don't know how they get it. They will probably have to. Well, I guess both times they got in teams were teams that moved from somewhere else. They probably have to hope for something like that again. I just couldn't tell you like who's in jeopardy of like relocating, but hopefully they do get another team eventually. Because hockey is
Kathy
one of those
Engelbert
sports.
said that in 2030, Boston, the New England region, is getting a team.
Oh, well done, Kathy. So 2030. Isn't that when Philly's getting theirs?
Yeah, when they start talking about the next round of expansion. So it's going to be a little bit after that. But
Oh, okay. Yeah. I kind of figured that. I mean, it's still a long time to go without one, but hey, as long as it's not a like we talked about before, it's not a relocated team that they
no,
get
because if
like
they're going to
a
go
fresh
to
new
Boston,
team.
they need to give Boston their own team.
Hmm.
Call them the Shamrocks.
I feel like that has to be the name at this point. I couldn't think of anything else that wouldn't. Yeah, like if you go like a seafood type name,
Oh, hell no, because that's a joke.
that just
That is a
brings
running
about.
joke.
Yeah, so I think Shamrock has to be the name. I think it would fit perfectly.
I'd
But
be excited to see Milwaukee get one.
yes, Milwaukee, they have really good fans. The whole fear the deer thing, that's why they probably would have to do a deer type of name.
The Doe.
Yes, it's just natural.
Six.
Yeah.
Now, who named the Atlanta Dream?
Yeah, I don't know.
You couldn't call them the Peregrines or something?
Did they do
That's
it as
too
a
long. That's
did
too
they do it as
long.
a nod to MLK? That'd be my only guess. But yeah, they could have went with like the whole bird theme to match with the Hawks, but they
You could
chose
have met the Hawks and the Falcons.
yeah.
All the teams in this state, other than the college ones, are birds and the Braves.
Yeah. That is well, yeah.
You mean to tell me they couldn't be a flamingo or something?
I wonder if they tried to get the Thrasher name since the hockey team isn't around anymore. That could have worked.
That could have worked.
Oh, John put the answer, and it was because of the "I Have a Dream" speech. That's what I figured it was.
Okay.
So
On
fans
one
picked
hand, I
it.
get it. On the other hand, it makes no fucking sense.
Said fans picked it. I wonder what the other choices were. I might have to look that up.
What were the
Yeah,
other choices? Because they could have chose a bird.
I think the fans missed out on that one.
They should have chose a bird, and I wasn't old enough to click a mouse. So, actually, yes, I was. I was 6. But
Yeah, oh 07. Oh 07, I might have like first moved down here. So I probably was not in tune with that one.
I was a tot. I was in first grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing on the computer.
All right. Oh, John Wright. Flight, Surge, and Sizzle. Good God.
Trash,
Those were the
trash, and
choices?
trash.
My God. Yeah, good thing they went with the dream.
Trash, trash, and even more trash. What?
Like,
Who picked that?
Flight, Surge, and Sizzle is all you could come up with?
Hell, you could have called them the peaches or something.
Right. Well, there we go. Uh, Flight,
White
Surge, and
surge and
Sizzle.
sizzle. That sounds like somebody gonna put that on a logo and open a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It's Stonecrest to be exact.
Yep. And you know they probably had like a bunch of people on that marketing team or whatever, and those are the best they could come up with.
Light, surge, and sizzle.
Yeah, I don't understand how Peach isn't involved in any of those names.
Anything. Or anything with a bird.
There were options for team colors like lime green or hot pink. Oh, Jesus. Well, I thought they kind of worked those colors in anyway.
They do.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess we're lucky they picked Dream.
They need to change it. Make it a bird.
Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot they'd have to go through to do that, but I guess that's it.
The state bird is the brown thrasher.
That's what I'm saying. I would have thought, unless if the hockey team with the name, something's up with it, they couldn't get it. But that seemed like would have been a natural choice, unless the Thrashers were actually around then too. Yeah, they probably were. So,
They
but
were.
they could have picked another bird.
That would have been a one Raven team that I watched.
Right. Well, maybe down the line they get
Light,
some marketing team
surge,
that goes,
sizzle.
let's go with a bird name.
Light, surge, and sizzle.
Horrible.
Yeah, that sounds like some hookah lounge in Stonecrest.
Right. I mean, look, John was quick on the answers there. Appreciate you. Um, yeah, we'll be back next week with some more topics for you, some more laughs, information. Greatly appreciate you for tuning in. Even if you tune in after the fact, thanks for tuning in anyway. Check out the other shows on the network. And I guess for myself and Jory, just bring back Star was a gray bird retired in 2020. Atlanta Star. Could have worked.
Star.
Yeah. Star was a gray bird that retired in 2020.
A bird?
That's what he put. Gray bird. Oh. Um. Yeah, we got Dream. It's growing, especially if they were to win a title, they would never change it. But yes. So
Bird
thank
name
you
is
guys.
right there.
I I don't know how they didn't try to make that connection.
The Braves, I get it.
Well, yeah, that's Native American thing. We know those names originated how they did,
Mm-hmm.
but it seemed too obvious to go with another bird. They completely missed the point. Um, yeah. So make sure you tune in next week. Hopefully, see you all. For myself and Jory, we are out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the
Wait
games.
a minute. We lost to the freaking Mets. Oh, get out of here. Let's get out of here. Because I'm like, oh no. You could have lost to anybody but the freaking Mets.
God, hey, it happens. It's a long season. But
We
look, the
just
Braves are
lost
still
to the
doing well.
White Sox. Like,
Hey, well, I guess we'll say it now. Braves, get it together, or Jory will make you a regular segment on the show to vent about y'all.
what, Poodle? What? You finna bark at me.
Oh, he
Okay.
said, okay. Star was the mascot for the Dream. They retired it in 2020.
Bring it back.
Yeah, that's what he said in his message before. Yeah.
Especially if it was a bird. Bring it back.
I don't know, Atlanta's just fumbling there. But yeah, so once again, enjoy the games, enjoy the rest of the NBA season that we do have, and then let's get into NFL mode. So catch you all next week. All right, bye.
Drop dubs, hit routes, so yeah, we on the move. From the paint to the pocket, got nothing to prove. Precision in the pass, rhythm in the run. Every play, every day, till the work is done. Yeah. Step on the field, I'm reading the D. Eyes wide open, ain't fooling me. Pump fake, sidestep. I'm breaking the press from baseline to sideline. I'm bringing my best. Snap back, quick glance. I'm calling the play. Hoop dreams and touchdowns. I'm making my way. No look behind the back. Threading the scene. Every angle, every shout. I'm chasing a dream. Drop times, hit routes in the deep, no doubt. From the field to the hardwood, hear the crowd shout. Past the dipshit through traffic. We find